What's up, guys? I'm here on Malvarosa Beach here in Valencia, and today kind of the perk of traveling alone is I can switch my plans whenever I want. So I was planning on going to the stadium, the Toros Stadium, so I know that that's a pretty controversial thing here in Spain, and when I'm talking in Spanish eventually in this video, most of the people here in Spain don't agree with that, but it's still interesting to me to just see. Obviously that's a part of culture, but I decided to go to a beach because I saw a bus that was coming here. Tomorrow I'm actually planning on going to a different beach called Sagunta Beach, if I'm not mistaken, and it's kind of like a quiet place that it also has like historical sites, so that's kind of what I was looking for, is something that's a little bit quieter, mostly like Spaniards, not as touristy, but then also has the kind of the historical side, so like the Roman ruins pretty much. So that was cool to kind of come here. I've been walking on the beach here, so got the beach, and it's just been listening to music and kind of taking advantage of my free week here before I come back to the States. So yeah, that's been one really nice thing, to just be able to refocus spiritually, refocus just with career stuff, and kind of, yeah, find direction and have a little bit of time off for that. So that's been good. Today what I did was I went to, so the first thing that I did was slept in, I guess. Last night I'm going to be posting a video of the flamenco show that I went to last night, which was amazing. It wasn't the normal flamenco that I was used to, or at least the dance, but the musicians were amazing, and it was awesome. It was worth 10 euros, definitely. So I was up pretty late last night in normal Spaniard fashion. Got back around 1:30 and went straight to bed. And then this morning slept in a little bit, got ready, cleaned up, and went out to a church that has, it's not the first tallest, but it's the second tallest, and pretty much out of the whole city. So I've got a few really good photos of the city from that spot, from that view, so that was cool. And then right after that I went to an archaeological what's the word archaeological site, just about the history of Valencia. That's one thing I love about Spain, is that, I mean, when you're talking about the US, you're talking, what would it be, like 200-300 years of history, whereas when you're talking about Spain, you're talking about literally over 2,000 years of I mean, before 2,000, even before 2,000 years, but with just like interesting stuff that I've learned from school about 2,000 years of history, and just being able to see that and read about it is really cool. And mostly about the Romans, but then also about the Visigothic, what would that be, the Gothic era, and then also learning about like the Musulmanes, Muslims in Spain, were in power here for quite a while. I think it was around 200 or 300 years. So they had power here in Valencia, but then the Christians came and actually used the mosques for their new churches. So that was, yeah, I mean, I've known that for a while, but yeah, it's just kind of cool to see the remains of those cities. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad for hearing here. Here, I'm going to turn around. So yeah, and then I went to that, and then was about to go to the Toros, to the what is it? The ring, the Toro ring, where the Toros fight here in Spain, which again is pretty controversial. But saw a bus coming here, so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take this time. I had a little bite to eat, so I got to do that, and then took the bus here. And it actually, right when I got here, it's kind of actually it was a really good thing for me, actually. Right when I got here, it just started pouring, and so everyone left us. It's also like 2-ish right now. I actually don't even know, but around 2 o'clock, and so it's like downpouring, and it's around lunchtime. So literally, like, there's no one here. Like, this is the Valencia, like the biggest beach in Valencia. So that was kind of cool to just have. I have pretty much like the biggest beach in Valencia all to myself right now. Obviously the restaurants are pretty full, but yeah, just taking advantage of the day and taking advantage of the beach, which has been nice. Tomorrow, what I'm doing is, well, tonight, what am I doing tonight? I can't remember what I'm doing tonight. I've got something on the calendar that I can't remember right now, but tomorrow I'm gonna see a few more historical sites, 2 more historical sites, and then meeting up with my friend from Iowa State University, which is gonna be fun, and then heading out to Madrid in a couple days. So I've got about 6 days left here, full days left here in Spain, and kind of trying to take advantage of the time that I have. Let's see, I wanted to mention one more thing. Oh yeah, the one thing that I don't like, and it's a really small thing, but when you're traveling alone, and I'm not the greatest with directions. I'm not the worst at directions, but I'm definitely not the greatest. I definitely have to like rely on my maps, especially in the States, for driving and whatnot. But while I'm here, I really have to be careful, especially without a phone. I don't have internet when I'm on the streets, and so I have to be careful about which streets I'm taking turns at, and I really have to kind of take time to orient myself. And so one thing that I don't like about Spain is that they don't have the names of the streets on every street. So like, it's only, except for the big streets, which is, yeah, I mean, that's good that the big streets have it, but a lot of the times I'm not on the big streets, and so like the side streets, they only have the names of the streets at the beginning, at the end, and sometimes in the middle. So it makes it hard to like navigate, or it makes it harder to navigate, and I have to use like landmarks more now. So that's one thing that I've been learning, or kind of re-seeing, I guess, from my time studying abroad. But it's a little bit easier when you're going with people, just because you've got multiple sets of eyes as to where you've been. But being by myself, I've really had to kind of be watchful on that. So yeah, that's one thing. I haven't been reading that book. I've been reading a different book right now, or listening to a different book called Content Link, and just thinking about my blog and what that looks like coming home. But yeah, I'm excited. The more that I'm thinking about making a language learning vlog, the more that I want to learn Catalan, just because I know a family, and I know a few families in Spain now that speak Catalan as their first language. So that would be really, really an interesting and fun thing. And another thing that I learned that I'd never learned, I'm glad that I thought of this right now, is that Valencia, it's called Valenciano, which is the exact same thing as Catalan. They don't call it, I don't think they call it Catalan, but maybe one of their official languages is Catalan. And so I've been noticing that on the streets, that a lot of the times, like for example, the museum that I went to today, all of the first thing, or the first kind of like the main text, was in Catalan. The second to like smaller texts were in Spanish, and then English. So I didn't realize that it was, I guess, as widespread as it is. So it's not only in Valencia, or it's not only in like Barcelona area, the Catalonia area, but it's also like south. So it's in more areas than just that. So I think that, I don't know, I think it'll be a cool way to connect with more people. But again, I'm not sure. I really do, just as far as the sound goes of Portuguese, I really love the sound, and would think it'd be a fun language to learn, at least a base knowledge of it, which is what I teach. So yeah, we'll see. That's kind of just a thought process that I've been having recently, and what I want to do moving forward with that. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to do just a short little snippet in Spanish to update Spanish families that are following this. So, hola, estoy bueno, haciendo una noticia ahora para los hispanohablantes. Y lo que quería hacer, bueno, ahora mismo estoy en la playa, cambié mis planes. Básicamente lo que hice es, bueno, hoy fui a una iglesia para ver la ciudad. Estaba muy alta, entonces voy a cambiar mi dirección. Entonces fui ahí. Ayer fui a un espectáculo, bueno, un show de flamenco. Eso fue increíble. Fue como 1 hora y sí, me encantó esa. Fue diferente que pensé. Bueno, lo que vi en Cáceres, el flamenco, no sé, fue un poco diferente con las mujeres, pero esta vez el bailarín era un hombre y estaba tocando los pies en el suelo. Pero bueno, fue diferente. Hoy cambié mis planes y pensé que quería ir a la plaza de toros, pero cuando vi un bus para ir a la playa de Malvarrosa, quería venir aquí. Entonces estoy caminando, aprovechando el tiempo que tengo una semana antes de que vaya a los Estados Unidos para reenfocarme un poco, reenfocarme espiritualmente, reenfocar antes de buscar un trabajo y cosas así. Y bueno, sí, tomando el tiempo para relajarme un poco también. Ayer yo caminé cerca de 15 millas, no sé, que sería como 20 kilómetros ayer. Entonces eso fue mucho y entonces hoy quería hacer algunas cosas más tranquilo. Entonces eso, ahora estoy como escuchando música, caminando por la playa y lo que pasó, como ves ahora, estaba lloviendo. Ahora no está lloviendo, pero hay nubes aquí y son las 2 más o menos, y cuando estaba lloviendo toda la gente se fueron. Entonces básicamente, esta parte es un poco más ocupado, pero básicamente tengo esta playa para yo mismo. Si puedes ver, no sé, durante el día es muy ocupado. Esto es la playa principal de Valencia. Entonces estoy aprovechando ahora un poco, que es bueno. Algo que tengo ganas de ver mañana es, voy a visitar algunos sitios históricos, pero también voy a ver una amiga de mi universidad. Y en 2 días, había relámpagos muy grandes. En 2 días me voy a Madrid. Entonces, sí, tengo ganas de ver más de España que no conozco. Ahora me voy a comer algo y cambiar direcciones, y para ver otra parte de la ciudad, quizás los toros esta noche. Vamos a ver si tengo tiempo, pero gracias por mirar. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll keep you updated on what's going on. Ciao.